Hello. So there are some things I really feel called to share with you. This is a longer video than I normally do. I usually do little short ones, but I'm feeling so pumped and I just really want to share this with you. So it's been a while since I've done a video, and that's because I have to go through my own growth and evolving and making sure that I'm where I need to be so that I can really be good for you. And there were a lot of different transitions in my life. I had some ups and downs. I definitely felt like, I don't know, you know how you have those moments where you think life is against you? I didn't necessarily feel that to the full degree, but I definitely felt like, oh my gosh, everything's coming down at once. But that's usually how it is, and that's life, right? But then when you come out of it, it is the most magnificent feeling, right? When you come out on the other side, you've come through it. And if you can really look back on that time and see what lessons life was there to give you, and you are able to take that and use it to move forward, that is the best. So what I want to share with you today are a couple of things that I really embraced more than I've ever embraced them before. Okay, so number one, the importance of self-love. Self-love, I know we say it all the time. Love yourself, be kind to yourself, self-care, this, that, right? But we really don't do it. I think, so many times in my life where I thought I really, really love myself, and then I'd find myself telling myself things that were horrible. And my best friend, if she would hear me say those things to myself, she would be so sad to hear that I felt that way about myself because she loves me so much. And that's how you need to think about yourself. You are your best friend. And so whatever thoughts are going in your head, if they negate what is true about you, which is magnificent and love and joy and all of these wonderful things that you probably haven't even begun to tap into, then you need to stop those voices, you need to stop those thoughts, I need to say thank you, I appreciate you because you were there to protect me, and I get that, but I'm good. And you need to protect your mind as much as you would in terms of if someone was insulting a friend or berating a friend or your kids or somebody that you just really love, that's how you need to protect yourself with your thoughts. All right, so that's number one. Number two is, so many times we think that we'll have this like motivation, and we'll go to a seminar, retreat or something, and we'll think, oh, okay, I'm all pumped up, I'm gonna do this thing and it's gonna be amazing. But we tend to let some things get in the way. And one of those things is our limiting beliefs. And our limiting beliefs come from various things. But to summarize, a lot of it comes from our identity and what we are associating ourselves with in terms of what we can do and what we can't do, our circumstances, where we came from, all of that. For so long, I fought a lot of, I don't know where I did come from. And I just, because I have to say my family is great, for instance, but we think very differently. And I've always just fought against that instead of using it and reframing it to think like I had really a great family that loved me and cared for me and still do. We just think differently, and so now I have a different perspective. Something along those lines, just to reframe it so that you're not using that as an excuse for why you can't become what you're meant to become. Because just because you were born in a certain family or certain circumstances doesn't mean you weren't meant to transcend that. It just means that you were born in that situation for a reason, and maybe you'll know all of those reasons at some point, and maybe you won't. But regardless, just know that it's not there to set you back. And life is working for you. So see the blessings in that and don't let it keep you down. And then all of the other things that you tell yourself, if you don't have the money, you don't have the connections, you don't have whatever it is, those are going to be things that your brain is telling you to try to keep you safe. And a lot of times I call it the ego, if you're familiar with that, not ego like, you're pompous, but ego as in your separate self, your separated self, the one that thinks small and tries to keep you small. That version of yourself is going to try to keep you safe. And it's going to try to keep you safe by keeping you exactly where you're at, because that's what it's used to. It really does love you and care about you, but it's afraid. And so all of these things that you do to try to protect yourself, like you isolate yourself, you might drink alcohol excessively, do drugs, you might shop, you might eat, whatever those things are, it's doing it to just kind of comfort you. Your nervous system is saying, okay, I don't know about change. We were really comfortable right here. So let's just do what we know. But any time that you are going to really do something amazing, it's going to require you to be uncomfortable. And so don't let what you have done in the past or who you think you are and what you can't do stop you from really being who you're meant to become. You need to reframe your story. You need to change your identity. And I'm not saying it's going to change tomorrow, because these things were imprinted in your brain for a very long time. And so it's going to take work. It's going to take training to rewire your brain to think the way the person that you're becoming is going to want to think, to be ready for all the things that are coming for you. So I'll have more on this later, because I do think it's way more than you can say in a little video, but I want you to start thinking about it. If you were the person that you want to be, what actions or habits or beliefs would that person have to be or have in order to be that person that you want to be? So just kind of start thinking about that. Maybe there's little habits you can change today. You can start exercising. You can be more outgoing, be more social. There's so many things. So like I said, I'll have something on that later, but I just want you to start thinking about how those things have been holding you back. And then the last thing that I wanted to share with you is how important it is just to be excited about life. The more stagnant you are, the more you're sitting there just like, oh God, this sucks. And I've been there. I have been there so many times where I thought, what is this all for? And I kind of feel like I had an existential crisis at some points, because it is, when you're waking up as a human being in this, having this, as a spiritual being, in this human experience, it can be really jolting. And the more you awake, the more uncomfortable you feel in the human body, I feel like, because you're wondering, what is all this for? Why are we doing all this? And I just have to say, try to fall in love with the human experience and know that it's all happening to help you evolve as a soul, and to really look around you and see the miracles every day and just be excited. The more excited you are about life, the more life will show up for you in a way that makes you more excited. So try to get pumped up just about your day, in the moment, and just get excited that you're still here. You still have an opportunity to become what you want to become, to make your dreams come true, to do the things that you've always wanted to do. Okay, so I just wanted to share all that because I was feeling really excited. I still am, and just feel I just feel really called to share that with you. I think this is my way of taking action when I'm feeling like I should, instead of waiting and when the time is perfect. So I just want to say, you are amazing, and life is amazing if you allow it. So I'll have more all of this soon, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was worth your time. Good night.